Wow, I'll tell you what guys, I certainly need some coffee this morning, so let's go on and get that done. Yeah, can I have a latte to go please? So today's vlog, it's about those demons that we as creative people have, and about whether or not to put a video out after you've done it when you think you don't like it, or whether or not to keep it and redo the whole video again. So let's touch on that a little bit today. So as creative people, we all have this issue where we self-critique our work, and we look at it and we think, should this be out there, should it not be out there? And frankly, yes, it should be out there. At the time you shot your video, at the time you did your piece of work, you thought that was the best way of doing it. You planned it, you decided how you were going to make it look, you'd said what you wanted to say, you'd said everything you needed to say, and you get it back to the editing studio and you're then starting to second guess yourself. You're then starting to look at what you've done and it's not necessarily what you thought it was going to be. Yes, of course it could be better. Yes, of course it could be more polished. But in essence, it's not about being polished. It's not about the work being as polished as it should be. It's about getting the message across. If the message is right and the message is clear and coherent, then it will tick the boxes of somebody out there to watch it. It will make somebody understand what you're trying to say. And yes, you could obviously make it better. It could be more Hollywoodized, if that's even a word. But that inherently brings its own dangers as well. Being more polished and more quality driven, more sort of Hollywood sort of level, nice and glossy and all that kind of thing, that inherently makes you more disconnected with your audience. And after all, this is a vlog, isn't it? YouTube is for people to connect to other people, for people to delve into other people's lives in some way, shape or form. And if you're all Hollywood, then obviously it's all staged and it's all managed, etc, etc, etc. And you can't do the two in one go. You've got to you can a little bit, but it needs to stay more of a vlog. So fluffing your words and not quite saying what you actually mean in a way that you think you should say it, that's absolutely fine to do, and it should be. So I think yeah, definitely it should be put out. It should be, and we're all on a time scale as well. A YouTube channel is like a little mini BBC. You have got a production schedule, you have got a product idea, you have got an idea of what you're going to film and how you're going to film it. You have got an audience, you have got analytics you need to do to make sure you get audience retention and so on and so forth. And you've got all those things to do alongside produce the video as well, and that inherently makes it quite hard work, and it is difficult to do, and especially with things like weekly vlogging, like I do 2 a week. I have a full-time job. I actually work in the building that you can see behind me there, 9 to 5, and it's difficult to get all those things in place for 2 vlogs a week. Daily vlogging brings its own problems. You're constantly in the creative flow. You have very little time to correct any mistakes. You've got to get it out that day or the day before or whichever way it is, and it needs to be done so that you can make sure your audience gets what you need from that. And in essence, you are basically on a rat race. You're basically on a treadmill trying to get out those videos. But that also brings the positives of the side, is that you haven't got time to be too critical with your work. Whereas with weekly vlogging, either once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, you've time when you get back to the office to edit it and think, actually, I'm not sure about that. And you shouldn't do that. The little guy on your shoulder who's whispering in your ear, who's telling you it could be better, it probably could be better, but you've got to ignore him. You've got to ignore him and just get it out there, because if it's not out there, nobody's watching it. And with that, I think I'll end it there. I just think it was born from something on Twitter that somebody said they weren't sure about whether or not they wanted to put a video out, and the overwhelming response was, look, how many times have you been massively happy with all your work? As creative people, we're not. and just put it out there. And I thought, well, you know what, it needs a video on that to tell other people that are probably thinking the same thing, that it is okay to just bang your video out and enjoy doing what you do and connect with your audience and have fun. Cheers guys. So if you did like this vlog and you thought it was great and you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe below and leave a comment, and I will get back to you guys next week.